Now if you see here, from 2n plus 1 books, a student is allowed to select n books. Okay, number of ways of selecting at least one book, number of ways of selecting at least one book is given in the problem as, 255. At least one book. What is the meaning of number of ways of selecting at least one book? Minimum he should select one book, correct or not? Minimum he should select one book. So in how many ways he can select at least one book? Now see, 2n plus 1 C1, minimum one book he has to select, right? 2n plus 1 C2 or 2n plus 1 C3, like this. He can select, like this, he can select 2n plus 1 Cn. This is given in the problem as 255, right? This is given in the problem as 255. So can you tell me here? So now we know, look here, we know the condition, 2n plus 1 C0 plus 2n plus 1 C1 plus 2n plus 1 C2 plus so on up to plus 2n plus 1 C2n plus 1, that is equal to 2 to the power 2n plus 1. This is the standard theorem that we know. Is it right? Now don't you think so? 2n plus 1 C0 is also equal to 1, which is equal to 2n plus 1 C2n plus 1. Why? NC0 is also 1, NCN is also 1, correct? So now can you tell me, we know the formula NCR, that is equal to NCN minus R, right? NCN minus R. So I can say 2n plus 1 Cn is as good as writing 2n plus 1 C. What is it? N minus R. 2n plus 1 minus n will be equal to n plus 1, right? Which means basically what you're trying to see here is this part whatever I've written here, is half of this quantity, right? Is half of this quantity. Which means this implies to me that starting with the 2n plus 1 C0, that answer is 1, plus this part whatever I've written, is 2 times 255. Why? Yes or no? Why? Because in this if I want to fit, this part will be 2 times 255 plus the last quantity is also equal to 1. That is equal to 2 to the power 2n plus 1. Is it right? How? You see here 2n plus 1 Cn is nothing but 2n plus 1 Cn plus 1. Which means from here next part will continue, right? This will be n plus 2, n plus 3, n plus 4, and last part will be 2n plus 1 C1 will be equal to 2n plus 1 C 2n plus 1. Correct or not? See, this part will be how much? 2n plus 1 C1. Look here. 2n plus 1 C1 will be equal to 2n plus 1 C2n. Can you see? This part along with whatever the continuation part is there will contribute to the same answer. Plus these two will contribute to 1 plus 1. That should be equal to 2 to the power 2n plus 1. So 2 5s are 10, 200, 250, 500, 510, 512, that is equal to 2 to the power 2n plus 1. This is an important question. 2 to the power 9 is equal to 2 to the power 2n plus 1. So this implies 9 is equal to 2n plus 1. 8 is equal to 2n. So the value of n will be equal to how much? 4 will be the answer to the question. Important.